Paradise is not a place to be discovered. There are no maps that can lead a man to it, no instruments of navigation that could guide a man to its shores. Rather, its existence is immanent within man himself. The idea of a beyond he might someday create in the here and now. For utopia is nowhere, even in its wordhood. And if a man could bring forth this dreamed-of place, it would only be by building it with his own two hands. Genesis 11 states, "And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there." Herein is revealed the westward movement of human life and civilization. For the city of Babel, or Babylon, was situated in Mesopotamia, far east of the land of the Hebrews. And if Babel lay to the west of anything, it was Eden, the original side of mankind. Man's duty to scatter himself across the whole earth, in response to God's command to be fertile and fill the earth, would inevitably move along a western course. The movement of English settlers into the New World, therefore, could be read as the fulfillment of this ancient commandment. Once the continent had been filled, the moment would be ripe for a change in the fortunes of mankind. The impediment to the building of Babel, that man must fill the earth, would be eliminated. At that moment, it would again be possible for the whole earth to be of one language. And if that were to happen, paradise would not be far behind. Just as Babel had been built 340 years after the flood, so it would be 340 years after the arrival of the Mayflower at Plymouth that the commandment would be carried out. For surely it was the Puritans, God's newly chosen people, who held the destiny of mankind in their hands. Unlike the Hebrews, who had failed God by refusing to accept his son, these transplanted Englishmen would write the final chapter of history before heaven and earth were joined at last. Like Noah and his ark, they had traveled across a vast oceanic flood to carry out their holy mission. 340 years meant that in 1960, the first part of the settlers' work would have been done. At that point, the foundations would have been laid for the real work that was to follow, the building of a new Babel. In the year 1960, the new Babel would begin to go up, its very shape aspiring towards the heavens, a symbol of the resurrection of the human spirit. History would be written in reverse. What had fallen would be raised up. What had been broken would be made whole. There would be a room for each inhabitant of the new world. And once he entered that room, he would forget everything he knew, and would emerge a new man, speaking God's language, prepared to inhabit the second, everlasting paradise.